This year is the 62nd showcase of Ryerson University's graduating students in fashion design and fashion communication. Today's show is the result of 7 long months of intense work. Back in September, a team of invigorated third-year fashion communication students and retail management students came together to plan tonight's show. We established our LUCID theme, and over the past 7 months, we lived, slept, and breathed LUCID. Our main goal was pretty simple, though: to produce a fashion event that truly represented the graduating students' work as best as we could. And after tonight's show, I really hope you agree that we met that goal. Of course, today's show wouldn't have been accomplished without the help of many people along the way. Our partnership with Ryerson's Theatre School has really made today possible. Their expertise and talents are far greater than I could have ever imagined. And of course, we've had the help of countless others. I'm grateful to everyone who has had a hand in creating tonight's show. And now to introduce myself, because I haven't done that yet. My name is Daniel Drack, and today I'll serve 2 roles. Firstly, I'll be acting as your MC, but perhaps more relevant, I'm standing before you as the producer of Mass Exodus 2012 LUCID. People ask me all the time what exactly it is I do as producer, and I always tell the truth. A lot. I get to see and be a part of everything, but really every day is different from the next. And ultimately, it all comes down to the fact that I can never really believe that we have the opportunity to produce a show of this caliber. Of course, none of this would be possible without 2 very key things. One is the hard work and commitment of everyone who has worked on this event, and 2, your support. I humbly thank you for supporting our team and Mass Exodus 2012 LUCID. Now I would like to introduce 4 individuals that I have the utmost respect for. I've worked with these people endlessly over the course of the year and have seen them grow both so much on a personal and professional level. Please welcome the rest of the Mass Exodus Executive Committee.
Thank you, Daniel. Good evening and welcome. My name is Marcia Robb, and I'm assistant producer of Mass Exodus 2012 LUCID. This has been an amazing journey of discovery, both personally and collectively. The School of Fashion has provided a platform for creative and talented individuals to communicate their vision as they see it. This production and all of the students involved in creating this show are a direct reflection of the high standards that we have placed upon ourselves. I've had the pleasure to work closely with the wardrobe, casting, hair, and makeup crew, and they've been tremendous amount of time put into the planning of this lineup. You will see over 300 garments and over 130 models from diverse backgrounds. There have been endless fittings, model callbacks, as well as trial runs for hair and makeup. And believe it or not, all the model names and the collections have been memorized because this team has literally lived and breathed this production since September. I would like to thank our hair and makeup sponsors who have worked closely with us to execute our hair and makeup looks that we feel reflect our vision. And I want to give a thank you to all of our models who have lent their time to make this show happen. And I hope you will all be inspired by our amazing 4th-year designers, as well as the story that we have created called LUCID.
Thank you, Marcia. Hello, everyone. My name is Danielle Barrich, and it is my pleasure today to introduce you to an entirely different side of our LUCID production. For most students entering the School of Fashion, the thought of projects comprising of designing a breathtaking set, organizing decals for window displays, and creating the entire concept for the production of the largest student-run fashion show in North America seems quite unattainable. However, these projects are just a few of the many creative and time-intensive tasks both the set and stage and show committees have accomplished this year. Taking on the role of creative director has been a huge step out of my comfort zone, having never touched lighting, sets, videos, and certainly not voiceovers. For me to explain all the things that myself and my teams have learned from theater and each other, it would take me many hours. Through this production, we have grown together as a little fashion family, collaborating with the theater school, and our mentors, Trevor Howes and Matt Farrell from Media Co. Together, we have broken barriers in the fashion industry. Focusing on the relationship between Canadian music and fashion, we have filmed and produced videos, built and mixed playlists, and manipulated larger-than-life pieces of fabric with our beautiful sphere. We've explored new opportunities and have grown together to bring new light and diversity to fashion. Thanks to the dedication and hard work of these teams, Mass Exodus 2012 has been transformed to LUCID. On behalf of both teams, to our sponsors and mentors, thank you for your endless support and encouragement, helping us reach our fullest potential. Thank you.
Thank you, Danielle. Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrea Cross, and I'm the art director for this year's production of Mass Exodus 2012, LUCID. Inspiration and collaboration are two words that undoubtedly summarize the Mass Exodus experience for all who were involved. From its conception back in September, LUCID derived from the notion of vastness in nature and thought, a concept that inspired and excited our team from the very beginning. LUCID is so much more than the sum of its parts. It is a multidimensional event that truly reflects the dedication and passion of the talented individuals behind the scenes, and there are many. As Amelia will touch on in a moment, our overall goal for the promotion of the show was to encompass various facets of Mass Exodus, channeling our audience through interaction and sharing our story through imagery, video, and audio. It is this creative process that led us to create the magazine on your laps, a distinct design aesthetic, and a memorable production which sets the stage for the work of our hauntingly talented graduating students on the runway and in the exhibit. I would personally like to thank my family, friends, peers, colleagues, and fellow executives for encouraging me throughout what has proved to be one of the most inspirational years of my life. I'd also like to thank Color Innovations, our printing sponsor, for printing the beautiful magazine in your laps. And speaking on behalf of the Mass Exodus team, it is our pleasure to present to you a production that has truly been an unforgettable, inspirational, and collaborative experience. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. My name is Amelia Dahlman, and I am this year's Communications Director for Mass Exodus 2012 LUCID. Speaking candidly, I came into this program unsure of what exactly I was embarking upon. My high school interests did not lend themselves to the creative likes of the fashion school at Ryerson University. That said, I can honestly say that with the support of my family and the unquestionably kind people I've met in my 3 years here, I could not imagine myself anywhere else. I entered this experience unaware of the lasting impact and the broad scope of Mass Exodus. Since then, the entire team, including myself, has developed a new appreciation for the time and constant attention and the many hours of dedication putting on a production of this quality requires. As Communications Director, I had the privilege of working closely with the promotions team in an effort to connect with our audience, inquiring media, and our kind sponsors of Mass Exodus. This year, that connection was made even stronger by a social media campaign that included our multifaceted blog, with contributors submitting from such cities as Copenhagen and Nottingham. Each year, our team strives to undertake a legacy contribution to the Mass Exodus project. Among them this year was to put all ticket sales online. This is a first for any Ryerson event. A priority for this year's PR team was telling the real story of how Mass Exodus is built and the people behind the incredible production you're about to experience. This was accomplished through small video clips posted online, as well as the behind-the-scenes photographs you now see on the screens. Thank you to all the friends, family, faculty, and kind sponsors who have guided Mass Exodus 2012 team through the incredible journey that has become LUCID. Thank you.
Thank you, executives. It's been such an amazing opportunity having the chance to work with such talented people. And next, I would like to introduce someone that I look up to. He acted as one of our 2 faculty advisors for Mass Exodus this year, and it's his passion and vision that make events like today possible. Please welcome Robert Ott, Chair of the School of Fashion.
As chair of the school, I have the pleasure of welcoming you tonight to Mass Exodus. And it's hard to believe that it was just 1 year ago that we were here celebrating Mass Exodus. It is even harder to believe that over 60 generations of fashion grads have showcased the work in one way or another form here over the last few decades. Thank you for coming tonight, and this is the night where we have the opportunity to celebrate and appreciate the generosity of our sponsors who make both the garments and the show come alive. Sponsors, if I may, ask you to stand for a moment so that we may show our appreciation to your generosity. Tonight, the runway features over 50 student collections, and if you're in the mood for feathers, leather, cages, and tutus, as I tweeted earlier, this is the place to be. Don't forget to visit the exhibit immediately following the show to peruse the work of our graduating fashion communication students. Just follow the floor plaques to Pod 250, and I'm certain students will be leading you there. The undercurrent to our LUCID theme is bridging Canadian art. We believe Canadian fashion, and in this particular case, Canadian music, can create beautiful harmonies together. Both are creating legacies here and abroad. But have you ever wondered why our Canadian talent must be celebrated abroad first before we Canadians will acknowledge them at home? How many design awards and how many trophies do they have to drag home before we celebrate them? We must work together and be supportive and celebrate the Canadian arts at every opportunity that we get. Therefore, we are tonight very proud to feature a soundtrack of solely Canadian music artists to underscore the collections you're about to see. And this is what LUCID means to us. And I ask you, what does LUCID mean to you? Think about that as we present Mass Exodus, Canada's showcase for Canada's upcoming talent. Thank you. Enjoy the show.